In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the YouTube ecosystem model that has made my clients over $1 million in the past year. Specifically for this client that I'm going to be breaking down in this video, over $600,000 in just 30 days. But we've worked with also other clients like the Growth Partner, Breast Scales, Samir Defino, PB Trading, Flips for Miles. There's tons of other names here. I'm just going to keep scrolling down so you can see I'm not creating this video just to BS. I've actually been in the game for a long time. And in this video, what I'm going to be breaking down is the channel that we scaled live. Let me show you guys the results from that. Here's our YouTube studio. Here's the channel itself. I'm going to be diving into everything there. Second, the actual money that has been generated. So Braden's the operator behind this channel. You guys can see the cash collector right here, but also here are my DMs with Braden. This was 10 days into the month. We had already collected, I believe, $210,000 or something like that. So yeah, that's what I'm covering here. And then the last thing, the number one strategy that I believe makes a lot of this possible will be revealed at the end. That's not like some fake scarcity or like trying to get you to watch the end like it's no BS. I actually will reveal it. But I want to be talking about the YouTube ecosystem model. And this is gonna be a completely raw video. I just want to break down everything, like I said, with the live examples, our process, how the money is made, and all the strategies that comes into play with this. So let me go ahead and get my pencil right here so I can actually visualize a lot of things to you guys. First, this YouTube ecosystem model is actually hella simple to understand. That's what I want to say. But it's not just some wacky tactic. I feel like the word of like YouTube sales funnel or using YouTube to scale an offer right now is highly quote unquote saturated, and a lot of people are just saying it to say it. But it's not just some tactic. It actually works. And how I see it is this is something that you can leverage within your sales funnel, and you can execute it on many things if it's done correctly. So I'm going to be covering positioning, ideation, video execution, outlier research, competitive edge, titles, thumbnails, how to leverage your YouTube content in your funnel. All these things, I'm going to be covering it. It works, but it's something that you must leverage in your sales funnel and actually execute on for, the stuff to work. So what is the actual YouTube ecosystem? And let me break down how I think about it, because a lot of people see YouTube as a funnel, but funnels actually die. So I want to break down how I think about it and why we're actually able to go ahead and cash collect 600K plus with this offer. With a lot of the traffic coming from YouTube, they also do short form content stuff as well. I want to be transparent, but a lot of the traffic came from YouTube, and that's why we actually ran a client case study interview with this client. So this is something that you can leverage inside of your high ticket offers, inside of your sales funnels. And I call it an ecosystem because it is a system of moving parts, of video formats, and things that allow you to nurture your audience, target leads at all parts of the funnels, and just gain authority and ultimately close these leads, right? I don't see it as something that dies. And the place where I see it different than a funnel is it's an ecosystem because it works inside of your funnel. It's not a funnel itself. And YouTube videos never die. That's why I'm saying it's an ecosystem. And if you build it correctly, like I said at the start, every single video plays off of each other, and it plays off the next video as well. And basically your messaging is getting stronger and stronger. You're building brand. And even after people buy your high ticket offer, they're going to come back to buy more stuff, to watch more videos, to tap into upsells, to tap into downsells. And this is what I like to call the YouTube ecosystem. I don't want to break down everything that made our growth possible on this channel. You guys can see over 300K long form views, 9.6K subscribers gained. If you go to their channel, we've produced the most popular videos on their channel, 71K views, 51, 42. And we're doing this through different types of content. You guys can see the cash collector screenshots. This is no BS. This is also like, I have no point to lie here. I'm going to be breaking down absolutely everything and just showing you guys that this is possible for you as well. And kind of utilizing this as a free course that you can go and implement right after watching this video if you actually choose to apply it, because I'm just giving you sauce that is actually applicable. So first things first is how to find content ideas. And I'm going to be breaking this down step by step. So it starts by identifying your ICP, which is obviously just your ideal customer profile. You want to understand who this is, because I believe this is essentially the foundation of how you think about all your content. So that's the first thing that I like to break down. From there, you want to tap into the pains, desires, fears, and motivators of this ICP. And the reason why I'm saying this is because content, I like to think about it from a psychological standpoint. So I'm trying to get you to post your content and position it directly in front of who you want to sell to. And how can you actually do that? You actually do that by making sure you tap into the psychology of the ICP, which is the pains, desires, fears, and motivators. And then with those psychographics and tapping also into the demographics of that information, you can use AI to reverse engineer these insights into other YouTube video ideas if properly prompted. After that, you basically tie these ideas in with proven content formats and then tying your competitive edge, which I'm going to cover in later parts of this video. And also another way that I like to tap into is like leveraging objections, FAQs, and audience feedback to come up with more content ideas. Like I'm going to show you how we actually did it on the channel, but these are the main ways I'm coming up with ideation. If you go to our channel right here, I want to break it down. So we have a vlog video we posted first, but our first actual video is how I'd make 100K ICT trading if I had to start over again. This is a desire of our ICP. They want to make their first 100K ICT day trading. One, that appeals to a desire, right? So we can go ahead and we can check that off the list. We know who our ICP is. It's traders. We figure that out. Then we're going to tap into a desire. They want to make 100K. Boom. How are like that desire is they want to make 100K, but they want to learn it from somebody who has done it. So we type like if I had to start over again, but that's also a proven title structure. So we're able to, obviously reverse engineer towards the ICP with knowing what their desire is. So we've hit that topic as well. And then the proven content format is how I'd make 100K ICT trading if I had to start over again. If I had to start over again is a proven content format that works in the space. And I'm going to talk to you how I actually do my research and find these outliers. I'm going to explain that later. I'm going to do it live for you so you can actually see I'm not BSing once again. But we found the format, and then, yeah, at this point, we've created a video that our ICP is fiending to watch, and it's directly what they want. And it's the same with our other ideas, like 5 years of ICT trading knowledge in 23 minutes. It's also taken off of a proven content format from a proven Simon Squid video. We have different content formats and video types that we're leveraging within this ecosystem, and I'm going to break all that stuff down in this video. But it's crazy how implementing YouTube into a funnel can take it from having 100K cash collected a month to 600K cash collected a month, right? So I'm going to be covering how I do my market scanning to actually find these outliers, because I feel like that's a huge important part of it that people don't really realize. Like, for example, this video right here, 5 years of IC trading knowledge in 23 minutes, is the most popular video on their channel. If you want to see like how I kind of do outlier research, I'll go to the Simon Squid video that we kind of took inspo from it. Look at that one. And I'm going to show you Simon Squid's video. And we just basically have found this outlier right here. And I want to, there's a lot of things that go into outlier research, right? Because I want to do this live so you can actually see it, but not every outlier is something you copy, and that's what people don't understand. I'm going to be showing you which outliers to copy, how to actually copy them to see if they're possible to copy, and then actually how to tie in your edge into these outliers you find and take what works, but bring your own unique approach to it. So we basically find an outlier, right? And finding outliers can be done either inside your niche or, excuse my handwriting, or it can be done in an adjacent niche as well. So inside your niche or an adjacent niche, and then from there, you're basically just plugging it towards your ICP and what they want to watch is how I kind of think about it. So we have the outlier. This is one, for example, is more of in an adjacent niche. Simon Squid is a business channel. Our client is trading. So 30 years of business knowledge in 2 years and 26 minutes. That's an adjacent niche. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take that outlier and we're just going to niche transfer it to the ICT trading niche where this idea probably isn't done. And we're going to do 5 years of ICT trading knowledge in 23 minutes. So that's an example of just like niche transferring to your ICP. But like I said, not every outlier is something you copy. And I want to break down how I actually do market scanning and, just how you can tie your edge into the outliers you find. Because obviously with a video like the Simon Squid one that we found, we are also looking at how did he present this video on camera. And this comes into the aspect of like, not every outlier is something you can copy. You need to look at, did this creator that had the outlier, did they have some type of edge that you can't replicate? If you can't replicate their edge, then you're not going to be able to make the video. Or are they like, I guess, unique in some way that you can't copy, or is a big name involved? Like, for example, if they have Alex Hormozy in their video and you go to make a video without Alex Hormozy, it might not perform. So you have to think about certain things. Not every outlier you see is being able to be copied. But with that one, I knew for sure that it would work. It was proven concept, and we just applied it to our niche and executed at a similar way to how Simon Squibb thought about his video, but we added our own spin to it. We added our own competitive edge with showing both of the boys in the video, with tapping into their stories and their lessons they've learned. So I also want to show you how I kind of think about market scanning. There's a lot of ways that I think about it. I use a tool called ViewStats, which helps a lot, but I also use vidIQ on the YouTube homepage, or like utilizing YouTube search. So ViewStats essentially helps me find outliers, and this is a paid tool, by the way, but if you guys want all the sauce, I'm breaking it down. So let's say I go to ViewStats, I can go to outliers, and I can go to trading. I can sort this by, I typically do last year. If the insights are lower, you can just go to like 6 months, but let's go to last 6 month outliers in the trading niche. And then here we're looking for the biggest outliers possible. So let's see. I think this one's cool. So this stupid simple trading strategy made me blank amount of money. And this is like just normal trading, right? So we can see this stupid simple trading strategy made me $55,000 last month. We can take this format and tie it to what our client potentially does, but we would have to make sure it's something we can copy, which you'd have to watch the video and just see that. For YouTube search or the YouTube homepage, how I kind of think about this one, I don't even think my vidIQ is showing outliers right now. Let me refresh to see if it'll pop up. If not, I can still explain it without the outliers specifically popping up. There's two ways that I like to think about it. So one, you can just literally scroll down YouTube's homepage and see like what videos YouTube is feeding to you. Like, for example, this golden trading rule saved me from losing 378K. So we could do this golden ICT rule saved me from losing blank amount of money trading. So we're taking from this format, but adding ICT trading to it, because this guy doesn't specifically do ICT trading, and it's a way that we can niche transfer. And in majority of cases, you will be able to copy an outlier, but you have to understand when you can't. And that's, like I broke down, like that's when someone has a unique edge, or they're leveraging a big name, or it's like you even copying the outlier won't make sense for it to perform. And you just have to be very mindful of that not every outlier can work for you. You have to think about who created it, because Alex Hormozy has a huge audience already. Just because he makes a video and it performs doesn't mean that you can go at it and make it. He has an audience that's going to watch him regardless. You don't have that, so you have to think about what's going to appeal to people. So that's my advice there. I'm trying to find another outlier that I can show you guys off the home page. If not, I'll use search. Let's see. So I see this format right here that we did for our clients, Max. High converting email design is easy, actually. So this is a format that has actually worked a lot. I know Jordan Welch used this as well. So this is an easy, actually, format. If I scroll down, I might be able to see the Jordan Welch video. I think his video is Getting Rich is Easy, actually. Yeah, so this is a Jordan Welch video. So this is an outlier. It's not showing on vidIQ here. Typically, I use vidIQ and it pops up. But instead of doing Getting Rich is Easy, actually, we could do Getting Rich ICT Trading is Easy, actually. And then with the title and thumbnail, with the thumbnail format, we can kind of appeal more to our ICP and how we think about it. And that's another thing with outliers. You can copy the idea, but then like there's so many ways that you can take inspo off outliers. And I want to talk about like tying obviously your edge into it. Your edge is simply like, how are you different than the entire market? Like, what is your story? What are your accomplishments? Like, how do you stand out from all the other people? And that's how you tie in your edge to it. But taking what works and being different has a lot, like I think about it in many different ways. You can take an outlier from one place where you take the idea, and then you can find a different outlier for the thumbnail, and then you can mix them together. You can look at the scripts of the different videos, see what hook performed better, like in your opinion, which one you like more, piece that together with the body of another video, and you can start basically mixing these things while also tying in your edge. And basically that's how I kind of think about strategy for our clients and how we were able to, go ahead and actually get the views and subscribers we do. And I can show you guys the retention chart even for like this ICT trade nods video. It's actually still growing, which is absolutely insane to even think about. But that's the power of long-term YouTube videos and finding the proper ideation and learning how to scam for these ideas. If I even search up, let's say, trading, because there's many ways we can obviously search up trading. Trading is like the broad term, right? So you can search up trading, and we can scroll down here. We can see the recent videos. So the only trading strategy you'll ever need. So we could do the only ICT trading strategy you'll ever need. Or this is just like tapping into adjacent trading. There's other markets for trading. We can do meme coin trading. We can look here for more outliers, and we can scroll down. Or we can do, if we want to go inside the niche. Only problem with going inside the niche is like people might have already saw the video that went live, but it's not necessarily a problem because this is once again where you take inspo from different titles, from different thumbnails, from different scripts, and you tie it to what you're doing. So this boring IC trading strategy, maybe $6,000 in under an hour. And we just saw the other video was like this stupid simple. So we could do this boring simple IC trading strategy, maybe 6,000 an hour. See how we mix them both. And then we can go and actually watch these videos and see like, okay, is this an outlier that I can actually replicate? And if I can replicate it, how do I make it better than the current video that I watch? Because that's another way that you can kind of like look out and to be like, okay, is this something I can copy? Because if you can make the video better than the outlier, then yeah, I believe it's something you can copy. So that's how I kind of think about market scanning. I like to use view stats a lot. Like I said, I can go here, I can research, and this is a paid tool, but it works extremely well. Cool to see our video here with Gabe. But yeah, YouTube search, then YouTube homepage are things that I tap into. YouTube trending, they recently took it down for some reason, but I also like to look there, and you can find proven content formats that you can leverage. And those are things that I tie like our strategy into as well. So that's how I think about that. I'm gonna also talk about title and thumbnail packaging in this video. Probably give you guys some title formats that work, scripting, and how to leverage YouTube content in your funnel once it's posted more later. But I want to get into the systemized approach to posting content and how I think about it. Basically having this ecosystem inside of your funnel, because prior to working with us, like you guys see here, they had a 105K cash collected month, and that traffic was all from basically short form content essentially. So I want to break down like how adding YouTube was able to like boost what we were doing. So it is an ecosystem inside the funnel is how I kind of see it. You're going to have top of funnel videos, you're going to have middle funnel videos, and you're going to have bottom of funnel videos. And this is the systemized approach we take to kind of doing. I'm going to break down on the channel live like which type of videos for each one we posted, so you guys can see like the correlation between the two, and in the order that we posted them as well. So this is the channel right here. So top of funnel video. These typically are broad videos where essentially you're just aiming to get more TAM, which is total addressable market, get as many views and subs as possible. Like that's really the goal with these. It's just more awareness. This is like awareness driven content. Not necessarily to convert, just get more eyes on your brand. And for example, on this channel, examples of this is like Week in the Life of Young Millionaire Traders in Italy, or POV, you're spending a day with millionaire traders on a yacht. And these are videos that like we're briefing for our client. We're strategizing the thumbnail, the title, maybe scripting out a hook, handling the video editing. So those are more top of funnel content, so you guys understand like what I mean there. With middle funnel, these are typically how-to videos. Explainer videos around what you actually teach, and typically like these videos are for people that understand a little bit of what you do. They're already aware, but they're trying to get more info, and that's what the middle funnel videos are. They're really just to educate people on like your process, how you do it, what you do, etc. So for example, how I'd make 100K ICT trading if I had to start over again is a middle funnel video. We're going over their process, breaking down how they do it again, breaking down just what people want to know. It's an explainer video. It's a step-by-step type of video. And that's how I think about things there. And then with bottom of funnel content, this is typically your niche deep insights. I'll put NDI. These videos are typically longer videos as well. These videos could be case studies, like case study interviews or case study breakdowns, or more raw as well. Maybe like even a course video. I know we have a free course coming out. I'm going to talk about that later. But on our channel right now, an example of this is like this 5 years of ICT trade knowledge video. It's 23 minutes. It's super niche, deep insights. It's one of the longer videos we produce. Or this client interview. This is a 50-minute interview with one of their winning students out of their coaching program. We go into a lot of information, and we just break down a lot of other stuff. I know they're posting raw content as well, like a 50-minute raw video. That's pretty bottom of funnel. Like, this is for people that want to understand what is the daily bias or what is risk management, and that's what they're covering in those videos. And the reason why I see it as an ecosystem is because, like I said, it's not like people go from top of funnel to bottom of funnel, to middle of funnel, then bottom of funnel. They pay you and then it kind of just dies. That's not necessarily the case. It's actually, they're intertwining through all of these, like, and even after they do pay you, they might even watch a middle funnel video and pay you, but they're gonna still keep watching your content. And that's if you properly know how to position your title and thumbnail, your scripting, and actually leveraging your content, which I'm gonna be talking about later. But it works as an ecosystem. People don't just stop buying after they watch some YouTube videos. And if you can probably place it inside of your funnel, which I think is the main thing I want to explain in the video, that's what's at the end, that's what I want to explain, is how to actually leverage this content and the best strategy to leverage it. You will reap the benefits like this client has, like absolutely printing. Like, we did the client interview here with my boy Patrick, 235K in 10 days at the start of the month. Crazy numbers. So like I said, it simply just works, and that's the system approach we take to it. There is a layer above where, like I just mentioned about the free course, what we're going to be implementing further, if you guys want some secret sauce, is we're going to be adding a free course video for max awareness plus a my story video, once again for max awareness. So once people are watching these top of funnel videos, these middle funnel videos, these bottom funnel videos, they're going to see this content and immediately get driven into these free course and my story, which essentially serve as a VSL. If you guys are familiar with the Iman Gadzhi VSL approach, these basically serve as YouTube VSLs, the free course and the my story. And we're going to take all our traffic that's coming from here and basically drive it into the free course and the my story. And that should basically create an evergreen printing machine, to where they really can't stop making money. And we will keep posting vlog content for our top of funnel. We will keep posting middle funnel how to explain our videos, and we keep posting case studies, interviews, and we're just going to drive everything back to this VSL kind of flywheel, essentially, with the my story and the free course. We're going to run both of them, and it should print extremely hard, and hopefully we're able to hit $1 million a month like we have for one of our other clients. But let's get into the next step, which is thumbnail and title packaging. I don't want to make this section too long. I've covered a lot of things similar to this in other videos, but essentially YouTube is a platform where people need to choose to click your video. It's not like TikTok where you're scrolling on your feed and content just gets like fed to you. So this step is super important, and it's important that you actually lock in and listen to this. I've been giving a lot of sauce, and I'm going to keep giving more, but essentially how I kind of think about it is the thumbnail that you see on YouTube is what is able to get somebody's attention, right? And then the title is what is able to actually get someone to click the video, is how I kind of think about it. So this gets attention, and the title is actually what gets the click, and they go hand in hand. And you have to understand the psychology behind it, which is what I just broke it down. Like, when someone's scrolling, they're going to see the thumbnail first. So you need to make sure the thumbnail has desired outcome in it, is how I like to think about it. Make sure it has the desired outcome of your actual ICP. And once again, it always comes back to the ICP. Make sure the desired outcome of the thumbnail is for your ICP. And then you can use, I guess, like relevant things to your niche. Like, for example, in our niche, info products, I'd rather use a WAP dashboard than some random bank account screenshot, if that kind of makes sense, because that's relevant to the niche and people understand it. So desired outcome, relevant things. Less is typically more for thumbnails. For the title, it really depends. I know a lot of people say 50 characters or less. There's a lot of nuance to titles, but I want to give you guys some proven title structures that essentially the whole goal of it is you want to make people curious to click on your video. And what Mr. B says is you want to make people feel stupid for not wanting to click your video when they see your title and thumbnail packaging. And with this, essentially, you guys can just really stop scrolling, just like pause the video, and get access to these, because these will help you. And there's things that have worked before, and if you can tie them with targeting your ICP, pains, desires, proven title structures, you will be able to cook. So that's just like some free value there. So hopefully that helps. Next is scripting. Once again, don't want to overcomplicate this, but like it is important. After you get someone to click on your video, the next thing you have to do is actually getting them to watch the entire thing. And that's like this video right here, 23 minutes as 25% APV, which is pretty solid. It's like a normal scripting, guys. I can show you guys a kind of shorter video. Maybe this one's shorter. Yeah, 33% APV, really good, pretty solid retention. And this one is also still growing and collecting cash, which is the power of YouTube. So yeah, after you get someone to click on your video, the next thing you have to nail is like actually getting them to watch it, obviously. So I want to break down how I kind of think about it in the easiest way possible, and possibly pull up some live examples from the channel of me just like maybe not scripting, but how the script kind of worked. Because I know I scripted our first video, and my team did the rest. So let me see. I could just talk to you guys. I scripted this video, so I'll talk about it here soon. Just give me a second. But how I kind of think about it, hook is a triple P. So proof, plan, promise. Proof is just like confirming the click. Basically, after they see your title and thumbnail, in the first few seconds of the video, they must be like, okay, this is actually the video I'm meant to watch. Flex your proof. Talk about what you've done. I'm going to really break it down here with the 100K IC trading video. You see the packaging, you see the title. You're going to see what our hook is and what the proof is. I'm going to lead with proof at all times. Then the plan, what are they going to get in the video? And then promise is basically why should they watch the video, which is like stakes. So for the plan, in this video, I'm going to be covering blank, blank, and blank. For the promise, if you don't watch this video, you're going to stay stuck forever not being able to make your first 100K ICT trading. And it took me 2 years to learn this, so I highly advise that you should watch the video so you can do it in half the time it took me. That's an example of the promise. That's an example of the plan. For the proof, we're basically just going to say like something around like I've made 100K ICT trading and blank, blank, blank. So I'm going to show you guys that so you guys can understand the hook here. And like I said, this is all raw on the spot. So
this would have saved me so much time if just...
Let me go here. Let me lower the volume and let's listen.
We went from being fucking broke, dumb teenagers to making hundreds of thousands of dollars in profits with ICT trading.
But if I lost it all, I'm going to share with you these 7 proven strategies and lessons that I've learned to make it back in half the time.
So if you can't sit your ass down for these 10 minutes and lock in on this free sauce, then I'll be real with you. You'll continue to make these same rookie mistakes that keep 99% of traders from ever breaking through. So let's get into this, baby. First thing
and then you can see how they're tying their personality into it. They're good on camera. And this is another aspect of scripting. That's a 24-second hook. You ideally want to make sure that your hooks are less than 30 to 40 seconds. Max is really 40. There is nuance to this. Once again, if the video is hella long, it can be a longer hook. But less than 30 to 40 seconds is typically what we aim for there. And you can see like on-camera presence is also an important part of like actually like making good videos. Like the script is good, right? But when they're on camera, they're actually funny. They have energy. Nobody likes boring content. So bring energy when you're recording your videos. And that's an example of a good hook. For the body, basically what we do for the body is set up tension resolution. How I kind of think about this is setting up a topic is like having a mini hook. You're just introducing what you're going to talk about with the setup. Then with attention, you're telling them why should they actually listen to what I'm saying. Like, for example, we can actually just watch like this video and how I kind of do it, so you guys can understand it. But the why is like, you guys need to watch this video or else you're missing out on collecting cash with YouTube. And I'm breaking down, like, for example, the tension in this section right here is like, YouTube is a platform where people choose to click your content. It's not like TikTok where you're fed content. So if you don't understand how to do proper title and thumbnail packaging, you're going to fail with getting clicks, and less clicks obviously equals like less cash or, you know, people even watching your video. So that's like kind of the tension there to, you know, this section is important and you need to listen to it. And then I actually did the resolution. In the resolution, I just gave you guys a sauce. I gave you guys a sauce of like thumbnails, get attention, title, get the click. I broke down the psychology of it, and I broke down how to actually execute. So that's how a body of the hook goes. I can see how this one is. This is a 12-minute video, so yeah, it should be pretty fast. And I want to just break it down, and then we can talk CTA, and then we can talk outro as well.
I want to tell you guys.
So this is section 1. This is how we set it up. We're going to break down like what we're going to cover.
Is that you need to submit to the process.
So
because if you're so focused on the goal, you'll be distracted from advancing every day as a person. Trading is one of those skills where you will put in 1,000 hours to make no money to then be able to make $1,000 within an hour. When I was first starting to learn how to trade.
So we just set it up right there, and now we're going to use a story as tension. We're basically telling a story to side quest the viewer. And this is, once again, just tension on the story of why they should actually listen to what he's saying. He's putting himself in the shoes of the viewer.
I lost thousands of dollars, and this is almost inevitable. Most people go through this, right? I spent countless money on evals. I started out trying to learn Forex. Wasn't for me. Then switched over to futures. I had invested nearly all my time into it just to not see any results. Eventually, after 9-10 months, I was genuinely able to consistently follow my rules and have my psychology in check for longer than a month or two, and I was able to make back all the money.
And then this is a resolution. He's kind of like, this is not the resolution yet, but he's showing the before and after, and then he's going to break down, like, I guess, the quote-unquote resolution, the strategy to it.
Money that I have lost.
Everyone's journey is different, and don't compare your journey to another trader. At the end of the day, if you only focus on the steps that are necessary, that are going to take you to become a profitable trader, then you will get there. I know this may sound corny.
Yep, so that was a resolution. Hopefully you guys can understand the body setup, tension, resolution. For CTAs, it's kind of simple. Don't do a hard claim. YouTube's actually cracking down on those. Do sub to plugs, flow it in with whatever you're talking about, and have some energy to it, and flex results. That's one thing I forgot here, is flex results. Whether it's yours or clients, use numbers, use proof with the CTA. For the outro, basically make a point related to the video and then drive them to another video and you can CTA again. I'll show you guys how that kind of looks. It should be like around here. Let's see.
Said we have given you guys the exact steps that you need to take in 2025
So this is him like relating to the point. We've given you guys the steps.
to make your first $100,000 in profits from trading. We also have an entire ICT for Dummies series on our channel. So if you don't want to make any money in trading, then don't watch that video.
And driving them to another video and kind of like giving them scarcity of why they need to watch it.
Look forward to seeing you hit that first 6-figure month. You better come back to this comment section and tell me that you goddamn did it, because I believe in you. What did we say, guys? Find your model, find your mentor, and trust the fucking.
So personality as well. Banger video. That's why we're able to print. Like, it's proof is in the pudding, but hopefully that breaks down the scripting entirely. And then I want to talk about how to actually leverage this YouTube content once it is posted. We've covered a lot in this video, but let's break this down. This is, like, in my opinion, the biggest piece of value that I got. Because as you can see here, Braden said there's a couple lessons he learned from this launch, and obviously this launch was kind of powered with the mix of YouTube intro form content, but pre-call propaganda setting process is the foundation for everything. And I believe that's low-key like my biggest lesson from this is how do you actually leverage this content in your funnel, this ecosystem in your funnel. And the number one way is using YouTube videos as pre-call propaganda to push what you're all about. Like, you're seeing these YouTube videos, it's exactly how they act on social media. It's very personable. They're giving value, they're giving sauce, and they're building trust. That's why it's so easy for these people to once again even show up to the call. They have a 59% close rate, which is crazy. Show rate 69%. People are showing up to the call. People are buying their stuff, and that's because they actually trust them. And I think using YouTube videos as pre-call propaganda is one of the best ways, if not the best way, to actually leverage your content. It is like the number one thing or strategy I learned from working with this client this far and doing this crazy month. You can use this YouTube content and give it to your setters within the DMs whenever there's objections. And I talked about objections turning into YouTube videos, ideas above, and that's something you can do. So you can have the setters use it in the DMs for objections, and also whenever new objections come up, those really just become ideas that you leverage. Email newsletter, highly suggest as well. It's just good ROI. Like on it, you drive more traffic to the video. they get more nurtured. If they're already on your email newsletter, they're pretty tapped into your stuff, so that's more nurtured. And then we also utilize this content on IG, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn. If you are on those platforms, this client specifically is huge on IG. So we're actually clipping up their YouTube videos. Well, not us, but their YouTube videos are getting clipped up. And that's just, once again, more content output, more volume, more traffic to their offer. But it's all stemmed behind posting YouTube organic videos. So if I was to add anything, it's kind of like with the content being posted, I feel like YouTube is so important when it comes to SEO. And if you properly leverage like tags correctly, or just metadata in general, so your description, your titles, all that type of stuff, that's how you're able to get YouTube videos that can grow over time, like our actual content is. Like, these videos are still growing, but that's because we have the proper tags in place. That's because we have the proper descriptions in place, and you guys can take inspo from these. I'm not going to really talk much about it. The main thing is actually just making good videos that are able to go ahead and collect cash, but that's like a small secret that you guys can kind of tap into. Besides that, that's all the sauce I really have. I appreciate you for watching. If you're actually interested in working with CCM to get results like the ones you see on the screen right now, just click the first link down below to book a call, and you can obviously talk with me, and we'll see if you're a good fit to work with us. Besides that, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.